AITA. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give back an engagement ring a decade later? 14 years ago, I was engaged and it didn't work out. He didn't want his ring back, so I kept it in my jewelry box for the next 13 years, just in case he ever changed his mind. Eventually, I got married and tried to contact him through social media once again, but he never responded, so I ended up paying the jeweler to set the diamonds into a necklace setting, because I'm not about to let perfectly good diamonds go to waste any longer. A few days ago, he contacted me via Facebook. He's getting married, and wants the ring back because the jeweler who made it is now closed, and he can't find a single other jeweler in America who could do such excellent work. I informed him that it was no longer possible, and he accused me of stealing the ring he told me to keep over a decade ago. He demanded either cash or the necklace. I told him I would compromise if he paid me what it cost me to have the ring turned into a necklace, plus storage fees for the last decade I've held onto this thing. According to him, I'm petty, and he's taking me to small claims courts. I would probably agree with the former. Am I the a-hole for turning the ring into a necklace, and then refusing to give him the necklace? AITA. Not the a-hole. There's literally no way he'd win. He gave it to you over a decade ago, you tried multiple times to reach out to give it back, and now he's accusing you of stealing it. AITA. I'm pretty certain after 14 years no one can successfully argue against abandonment of property. He's going to get laughed out of small claims if it doesn't just get chucked at filing. Keep the necklace, it's firmly yours now. Sounds like he's just broke. You did much more than was required for you. AITA. AITA. 10 years past the conditional gift status of the engagement ring is likely long over at this point. You made a very reasonable option for what was basically an abandoned conditional gift. AITA. Am I the a-hole for asking for the ring back after she cancelled our engagement? Throw away. I'll keep this short. In December, I got engaged to my then girlfriend of 3 years. Had just gotten my Christmas bonus, so I bought a really nice ring, which came out to around $3,000. After that, she seemed to be getting bored of the relationship. Started spending more time with her friends, visited her parents for weekends, etc. She also kept trying to change me, by asking me to do things with her that she knew I wasn't interested in, like cooking classes or yoga. I told her she could do them if she wanted to, but I wouldn't participate. After that, she stopped coming with me to the bar for sports night, and stopped putting out. One night the end of February, I got pretty drunk at a bar and ended up making out with a random girl there. One of my friends told my girlfriend. I was wasted and don't remember any of it, and wouldn't have done it if I was sober. We got into a huge fight and broke up. She moved out and went to live with her parents. The issue is that she refuses to return the ring. I spent a lot of money on it, and getting the $3,000 back would be helpful. I told her I expected her to return it because not only did I pay for it, she was the one who called off the engagement. AITA. Am I the a-hole for asking for the ring back? YTA. You're the a-hole. 1. You cheated. 2. You act like being blackout drunk excuses you from being responsible for your actions. 3. You use the phrase put out. YTA. She was the one who called off the engagement sounds a pretty shooty excuse, conveniently leaving out the fact that she called it off because you cheated on her. It's telling that you lead with a huge spiel on how your girlfriend was bad in order to blame your cheating on her, make excuses and gloss over the cheating, fight her over it instead of begging for forgiveness, and promising to do better, and then demand the ring back. Do you know why engagement rings started being a thing in the first place? Compensation money for when the guy left the girl in the dust. In this case, I think it counts 'cause you're the one that cheated and effectively ended your relationship. Consider it payment for the heartbreak, and the wasted time and emotional energy she sank into you for those years. YTA. It's an unspoken rule that if you cheat you don't get the ring back. Now, if she acted distant and then just dumped you, then yes, you get the ring back. I'm in my late 20s and I didn't make this rule up, I've heard it from multiple people. Now she can be nice, and give you your ring back, but technically you gave it to her and cheated, so I'm gonna say your chances of getting that ring back are pretty slim. AITA. Am I the a-hole for ending their engagement? So here's the situation. I have two best friends, we'll say their names are Greg and Sarah. They've been together for 2 weeks shy of 2 years and are engaged. We also all work together. Driving home from work one day, Sarah and I are talking relationships. She tells me that she's feeling bored with Greg, and isn't sure if he's truly the one. Pretty standard long-term relationship worries. Didn't think anything of it. Then about a month later, she gets really shady. It starts on a night that I'm at the local bar with friends. Greg originally said he wasn't going to come out, because he and Sarah were hanging out. But then, Sarah ends up leaving to go to a new friend's house, we'll call him Aaron. But Aaron was the bartender that night, so I knew that was a lie. He joined us at the bar and saw for himself that Aaron was there. Greg texted her and asked her where she was, and she was with Tony, Aaron's roommate. Greg was concerned because a previous night, Sarah told Greg that she was going to take care of Aaron's dog while Aaron was at work, but she showered and did her makeup beforehand. So back to this night at the bar. She told Greg she'd be home in a few minutes, but didn't get home until an hour and a half later. He asked me if she said anything to me that would lead me to believe she was cheating. I told him the bored comment. They had a discussion at home that night, and she said she wanted to go on a break, wanted to call off the engagement, and didn't want to acknowledge or celebrate their anniversary. But she wasn't cheating. So she said anyway. Now she's mad at me, and told me that I need to stop talking shoot, need to keep her name out of my mouth, and need to stop running my mouth about her, all because I told her fiance the bored comment. And she's acting like I'm the reason their engagement is over. Added story, the next night we were all going to the movies and Greg wanted to come, but Sarah had him stay home with her instead even after all of that happened. Halfway through the movie she ditched him to go hang out with unspecific friends. She told him she'd be home around 10:30 to 11 and didn't show up home until 1 a.m. So she made him skip the movie only to ditch him most likely for Aaron, but I'm still the villain that made all of this happen to her. NTA. Not the a-hole. Sarah can't expect you to be complicit in her cheating. She's pissed off she got caught and is looking for anyone else to blame but herself. NTA. She said she wanted to go on a break, wanted to call off the engagement, and didn't want to acknowledge or celebrate their anniversary. What is the problem if she is the one wanting to take a break? Honestly, it sounds like she is making it pretty clear she wants out. Which is fine, she can leave whenever. But lying to Greg/ditching him and then not accounting for where she has been is messed up. NTA. It's not like you immediately turned around and told Greg what she said. He asked you in a reasonable context and you answered honestly. Her behavior made him suspicious, and even if you hadn't told him about that comment, the same outcome could have happened with the conversation. She sounds like the type of person who refuses to take responsibility for their own choices. It's easier for her to blame you than to admit she did anything wrong. Support Greg. He's going to need it.